It's me, Ian. We're back to school for a new term. It's help. My supply teacher is still magic. You could say it's
help. My supply teacher is magic too. The magic strikes back.
Once again, we swapped regular teachers with magicians. And because we know you know them, we've sneakily disguised them. We've secretly filmed the results with special cameras hidden in the classrooms. We're more calculating than someone adding up calculators with another larger calculator. We're also showing you loads of great tricks. Tricks like this. Watch the amazing colour-changing hanky. It's red. Now it's blue. A blue on it. Oh. Just watch the clips.
Fergus is undercover in this science class.
Another egg.
He's got a magical machine that makes eggs appear from nowhere to scramble their brains. John gets up close and magical with a key that's tricky. For Fergus's interactive illusion, you will need a deck of cards.
Have you got them?
You've been sending in clips of all your best magic tricks. And later on, I will be picking my favourites. The wannabe wizards are back. And they're even more wizardy. But first...
Do you think you'd be able to tell if your teacher started doing magic? Do you?
This is James, smooth of magic and of head. He's not a head teacher yet. The disguise is on. James needs new hair and a limber up. Or not. Enter year 6. They're about to design a logo for their class, but by magic, James has already guessed how it will look. None of them have noticed the hidden cameras in the classroom, or recognised James with his funny wig on. Little do they know they're about to have the best lesson of their lives.
Morning, class. My name is Nicholas, and I am a graphic designer. Now, we're going to design a new logo for your classroom. That sound good?
Yeah. James is pretending to be a graphic designer who has come in to teach the class. They do not suspect a thing.
Before a meeting, I like to try and second guess what my clients might like. So I'll come up with a design ahead of time and I'll sort of make a sketch of it. So hopefully when I turn up and meet my clients, they will see my sketch and it'll be what they had in mind as well. And I've done that with you guys today. And I've stuck it just in a frame on this door.
So behind that curtain is a logo that James has already designed for the class. It would be incredible if the logo they're about to design is the same, wouldn't it?
So table 1. You are going to choose the background design. Now, you have a choice of colours, and we have pink, lilac, yellow, blue, orange, or green. What do we choose?
Blue.
Blue, sure?
Yeah.
They've picked blue for the background of their logo, but will it match what James chose?
Start making this design up here. We have a nice blue background there. Now, table 2, your job is to choose a different design that goes on the background. So we can either have a circle, a diamond shape, a triangle, a shield, or we can have a square.
Diamond.
The diamond.
A diamond is forever, but is it what James forecast?
Table 3, they've chosen the diamond, so you get to choose which colour. So we can have pink, orange, lilac, green, blue, or yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yes.
Yellow diamond. So far we've got that. It's pretty cool so far. Now, table number 4. I want you to choose a celebrity who you think best represents your class.
Which hero will they choose to represent their class?
Okay, what have we got? Usain Bolt?
Usain Bolt? That's a quick choice, because he's quick and he's...
A U for Usain and a B for Bolt. So these are his initials. Where would you like them to go?
In the diamond.
In the middle of the diamond?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah.
Like this? Not at the top?
No.
Or like this?
No.
Okay. Usain Bolt right in the middle of our diamond, like so.
UB for Usain Bolt. But will James get the gold medal for magic?
Table number 5, what I would like you to do is choose any number from 1 to 10. It can be any number you want, okay? 10, okay. Do you like it like this along the top or along the bottom?
Equal size.
Like this?
On the bottom.
On the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we got Usain Bolt, 10. Like that. It's coming together. Now I have one last thing that we can add to this picture. I have a selection of different symbols that we can use. So we can use what looks like a bird. We can use a football. We can use tennis rackets. We can use some grapes, or a guitar, or a butterfly, or a red swan, or even a sewing machine. The red swan, okay.
The class are indecisive. Makes it harder for James.
Where would you like it to go?
On the top.
Corner, here, here,
On the top of the window.
here?
Yeah.
Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah. That's right.
And you've all chosen a section of this logo, and we've ended up with this. Isn't that pretty cool?
The class had a free choice of colours, shapes, letters, numbers and symbols. If their logo matches the one James already made, that will be amazing magic.
Something like this, and I put the design behind this curtain.
Remember, the logo James made has been behind the curtain in the classroom the whole time.
I think you'll be surprised when you see it's actually...
The class can't believe it.
In fact, it's exactly the same.
James read their minds, and now he's about to blow their minds by revealing his secret identity.
Now, the secret is, I'm not really a designer. I'm a magician. And you are all being filmed to see BBC help my supply teacher's magic.
No wonder they're excited. That was a sensational trick. Let's hear what they thought about it.
It was just crazy. The guy said, yeah, that we was going to do something for our school, but he ended up being magic. I thought he was actually working for a company and doing the logo, so it's so realistic.
It was realistic. He got them to choose all the different parts of their design.
Or a red swan.
That was just amazing.
The logos matched up exactly. How did he do that?
Wow, our mind was blown.
An incredible trick, and the class had no idea James was a magician. How long would it take for you to shout? Later on, you'll see what happened when Fergus went undercover at another school. He did a trick with a car, but did he drive them wild? Right now, though, John is at a car museum, and he's about to get up close and magical.
I collect keys. Can you see that? I collect all these keys. I used to collect doors, but I had nowhere to keep them. Really. And also, I had no keys. I couldn't get in or out. So we're going to do a little trick with a key. Emily, do you want to have a key? Just choose a key for me. That's wonderful. Now, what we need to do... Can you hold my keys? That's wonderful, Rhiannon and Freya. You're not doing anything. You're just relaxing. What I'd like you to do for me, can you sign your name on a key? That sounds a bit weird.
Yes.
Can you do that for me? Take the pen. And see the round bit? Just put your initials on there. You'll have to take the top off the pen, otherwise it doesn't work.
Plenty of laughs and some magic coming. Emily's signing her initials on the key.
OK, let me have a look. That's great. Now, if you saw this key again, would you recognise it?
Yeah.
Because it's got your signature on. Can you see that? Now, can you hold your hand out for me? Actually, no, don't do that. Can you hold your hand out for me? That's great. And hold the key nice and tight. Now, I'm going to show you something with another key. I'll use this key. Now, watch. This is incredible. See the key? I'm just going to start rubbing it like this. As I rub it, watch what happens. Nothing. It's amazing, isn't it? But it will. It will. It will.
John is working his magic on that key.
Tell me if you see anything happening. Can you see? It's starting to bend. Very slowly starting to bend up. Look, I'm just rubbing it.
How is he doing that? He's making the solid key bend.
Is that definitely going? Yeah. It's definitely going. But it can do more if I just keep rubbing it now. Rubbing it. Rubbing it. Now that, look, definitely bending up. Look how much it's gone now. It's bent. And look, if you keep rubbing it, it might bend a little more. Is that definitely metal? It doesn't bend back. It's definitely metal. It's not made of rubber.
It's been verified that is solid metal and it won't bend back.
Now, that's pretty amazing, but wouldn't it be really amazing if the key that you're holding in your hand and you signed, if that's bent as well? Would that be amazing? Open your hand.
Cool.
Nice one, John. But how did he bend the key that Emily signed when it's been in her hand the whole time?
I'll take them off you so you can clap. Thank you so much. I'm blushing. I'm blushing.
I had to write my initials on a key, and he took out another key, and he started rubbing it. And it finally bent. And I was holding this one in my hand, and when I opened it, this key had bent too. Amazing.
That's the key to John's success. Now Catherine challenges you in tricks of the trade. If you fancy yourselves a magician, here's a trick you can try on your mates. Catherine will show you how to make a knot in the middle of a school tie without letting go of it and by only holding the ends. Can you work out how to do it? Keep watching and you'll find out later in the show. It's going to be incredible.
But right now, we have something amazing for you. Have you got your deck of cards ready? This is the interactive illusion. This is a trick where you can take part at home. So come on, you need to pay close attention, so get up and come over here if you want to join in. Close enough to see the dust on the top of the screen, but not close enough to make you sneeze.
Go on, get your deck of cards ready now.
Take your deck and remove a queen and any 2 number cards. Have you got them? You should have 3 cards. Hold the 2 number cards face down and then place the queen face down on top. Now, I want you to think of a number from 1 to 10. Remember this number as it's your special secret number. If your secret number was 6, you'd move 6 cards, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Using your secret number, move that number of cards from the top of the packet to the bottom. Do that for me now. Now, using the same number, do it again to mix those cards even further. Perfect. Now we'll mix them using my secret number. My secret number is 2. So move 2 cards from the top to the bottom of the packet, remembering 1 card at a time. 1, 2. Now, move 2 cards from the top to the bottom again, remembering, just like before, 1 card at a time. Finally, move your secret number that you thought of earlier from the top to the bottom. Have you done that? Great. So now the cards have been really mixed up and there's no way that I could know where the queen is. I'm going to do my best to try and find it. I want you to take the top card and put it to one side. Take the next card and put that to one side too. The last card in your hand is the queen. Check it out.
Did it work for you? Wow. Well, the quantity of the magic is exhausting and the quality has been logic-defying. In fact, it's made my brain ache. So I feel like I've earned a sit down, but before I do, let's have a look at what's coming up. It's all kinds of ridiculousness.
Catherine will reveal the secret and tricks of the trade. Have you worked it out yet? James gets up close and magical with a cup-winning trick. And watch what happens when Fergus goes undercover in another school. Will he fool the class, or will they realise the supply teacher is still magic?
Whew. Each week I'm bringing you another of my new favourite magic movers and shakers, doing tricks in their own cribs, yards and front rooms. We call them the wannabe wizards. So I've got my comfy chair, I've got my inflatable neck cushion, and I've got my computer to watch the magic on. Let's do this already.
We asked you to send in clips of yourself performing your best magic tricks. We received loads of clips from all over the country. Each week I'll be choosing a favourite wannabe wizard and showing them to you guys. My wannabe wizard this time is card ace Dan from Cambridgeshire.
I'm going to be performing a 4-ace production routine. So we're going to start off by mixing up the cards so we know they're in no special order. Give it a bit of a shuffle here. A few cuts here.
He's going to find all 4 aces from an extremely shuffled deck.
Just to make sure that I have no idea where the aces are within the pack.
Those aces could be anywhere.
So give a bit of a normal shuffle. And there we go. Now the first time I do this, I'm going to try and produce 2 aces in one. It's a bit of a mission. I think I'm going to accomplish it, so just watch. Here we go. Just like that, the first 2 aces reveal themselves to us. Third ace is a bit more difficult. There's only 2 aces left now, so I've got less chance of finding them, but still, I think I will. Just a quick ruffle here, and there is the 3rd ace. Now, the last ace is arguably the most difficult ace to produce, as there is only one left in the pack that we're going to give it a really good shuffle so you know it is completely mixed in. Using my magical skills, hopefully we will be able to conjure it out just like that, and there is the 4th and final ace.
How did he find that? That's why Dan's my wannabe wizard this time. Now it's time for Catherine to reveal the secret and tricks of the trade. Catherine will show you how to make a knot in the middle of a school tie without letting go and only holding the ends. Come on, you worked it out yet? How many of you got it? Perhaps you use your teeth. Nah. How many of you are tied up in knots trying to work it out? Okay, let me straighten things out. Start with your arms crossed. Then pick up the ends of the tie. Uncross your arms. And there you have it, a perfect knot. Did you get it? Now you've all got something to show off with in the playground. And James is at a theme park getting up close and magical.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hi.
I want to show you a really cool trick with your signature. Okay, so you can see I've got some business cards here. So if you take one, it doesn't matter. Okay, just take that, that's fine. And what I'd like you to do is I would like you to write your name on the white side nice and big.
Charlie's writing his autograph on the blank card.
Yeah, perfect. If I take that back, take this. Now, you can rub that ink. It doesn't come off. No? A little bit? Good work. Right. Now, you've marked your card in one way, okay? We're going to mark it in another way by punching a hole straight through the back of the card, okay? So if you take this, we'll just punch a hole about there. Squeeze. Perfect. Okay, so just wiggle your finger underneath the hole, make sure it's real, and you can feel it, make sure it's real. So you've marked a card in 2 different ways. You have written your name on it, and you've also punched a hole in it. Look, if I squeeze, I can actually pull that hole straight off the card. You can check that out. Now, that gives a very interesting problem, and that's what to do with a hole. Let's try this. Can I borrow this? Right.
He's moved the hole from the card to the cup. Holy moly, James, that's amazing.
I signed my name on one of them cards, and then I hole punched it, and then he took the hole off it, and then
Put it in the coffee.
put it in the coffee cup, and to prove it, he poured it and it came out the hole.
That was amazing. Oh, it was weird.
I'm trying to work it out.
Right, I'm going to try that trick. James sent me it in the post. I've got everything I need. Here's my card, here's the cup, and here's some powdered water. What do you add to that?
Next up is Fergus. He's pretending to be a supply teacher to fool another class. The disguise is on. The hidden cameras are set. You'd better get a move on, mate. Whew. He made it for his Year 6 class. They don't know it yet, but Fergus is about to give them a surreal science lesson they'll never forget. None of the class have recognised Fergus in disguise or noticed the hidden cameras. But will they put 2 and 2 together?
Today, we're going to be talking about cloning, because I'm a specialist scientist. Now, cloning is making an exact replica of an object or an item. Everything in this room, everything around us has a molecular map, has an atomic structure. It's all made of loads of little things, like a code, right? If you can work out that code, then in theory, you can replicate another object from nothing.
It's all sounding a bit sci-fi, but they still believe he's a supply teacher. Bring on the magic.
For cloning to occur, you need 2 fundamental things. The first one is this rather cool generator. How cool's that? Now, this generator actually strips and diffuses the DNA. The next stage is to send that DNA along a wire to a receiver, which is here. This is my cloning cloth. What the receiver does is it takes the information that's been processed by the generator and then it rebuilds it into a real object, an actual physical object. Now, this is a basic prototype, so we can't use big objects. We can only use small objects. So you'll see on the table, I've got an egg. Good. So if I place the egg onto the generator, turn the generator on, and now I program it to read the DNA of the egg.
The machine is part of the magic. It cannot clone DNA. In fact, the DNA could stand for does nothing, actually.
Now, if I take my cloning cloth...
Check it out. The cloth is empty.
And I attach this wire, all I need to do now is press the transfuser. So if I press that, what it does is sends the DNA that it's processed all the way along to the cloning cloth. And if we wait for just the right amount of time, and incredibly, we end up with an identical egg. How crazy is that? Now listen, please, guys, you need to stay nice and quiet for this. If you leave it for just a moment to set, you can actually reach right in and you'll see it looks like a real egg, cracks like a real egg. Look at that. And if you were to eat that, it would even taste like a real egg. But you wouldn't want to eat that, would you? Nah, no, horrible. But obviously once is okay. But what if I could do it a second time? What if I could do it again?
This is already the best science lesson they've ever had, and it's about to get better.
All I need to do that is attach the wire again. Press the transfuser, it sends that information along to the cloning cloth. Then when I take the wire off, we get another egg. Whoa. Isn't that crazy?
The class love it, but they still don't suspect a thing.
Now, do you remember what I said? It only works with small things. So we are going to try and do this with another small item, a toy car. So we're going to change that with the egg. So the egg can go away for now. So I place the egg away. I place the toy car onto the generator, and we just program the machine to read the molecular structure of the car. Then we attach the wire to the cloning cloth, just like before. Press the... Can anyone remember the name of the button? Transfuser. Excellent. Very, very good. That information travels along to the cloning cloth, and we now have a toy car. How incredible is that? Now, just like with the egg, you can obviously do it once, but it's more impressive to do it again. Watch, you attach the wire, you press the transfuser again, travels along. And now, do you know what we have? We have another toy car.
So you've seen the cloned eggs and cars go into the box, but here comes the most amazing magic.
But do you remember I said this wasn't a particularly sophisticated piece of machinery? They don't last very long. They don't hold their molecular bonds, their molecular structure. So do you know what the strangest part is? Everything's gone. Who enjoyed that experiment?
Me. This lesson has been unforgettable, but there's one last trick.
And do you do science here at school? No. Yeah? Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. I didn't have the original machine. I actually had a clone of the cloning machine. And do you remember what happened with all the items in the box? Yeah, well, it's exactly the same with the machine. Watch. That vanishes as well.
Incredible! And now it's time to fess up.
Now, I have a slight confession. My name isn't even Mr. Robinson. And all of you have been set up by your teachers here, by your headmaster, by your family, by your friends, and you're all being filmed right now for CBBC. There's a hidden camera there, and there's a hidden camera there on Help My Supply Teacher's Magic!
Fergus's cloning trick was totally unique, but how did the class describe it?
I thought it was a joke because I don't know how someone could really do that.
The class especially loved it when Fergus made everything in the box disappear.
Flip the box over, stuff is gone. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. Man, I was just flabbergasted. I couldn't believe my eyes.
The best bit was yet to come.
That vanishes as well.
The cloth just went straight down. There was no box inside.
An amazing trick, and this class didn't realise.
I love genetically reproducing things. This is an ice cream cone, and this is an ice cream clone. You're welcome. See you later, but until then, if you're at school and you think something magical's occurring, maybe you'll find yourself shouting, "Help! My supply teacher's still magic!"